What's up, chat, and welcome back to another 7UK3 / Casanova tutorial video. Today we got a brand spanking new one in the series here. We're going over FL Studio. Also, as you may see, dropped the buzz cut, grew out the locks. Comment farewell buzz cut in the comments. Comment farewell buzz cut. Anyway, this is for mainly if you're just wanting to record. I mean, maybe with some of what I'm teaching, you could use it to make some beats, but this is just the beginner steps for if you're like me and you just want to go on FL Studio, learn how to record some things. I know you open up FL Studio and it's like, this is rocket science, right? This doesn't make any goddamn sense. So that's why I'm here today. I'm going to teach you guys some of the basics and what helped me along the way of my music creating journey to make you one of the best in the underground scene, or maybe even mainstream scene if we make it that far. Let's get right into it with FL Studio, right? You can get FL Studio for free. Only thing with that is whenever you make a song, you can't really, I think it's you can't save it and move on. You have to make it all in one sitting, so just keep FL Studio open and then you can make music for as long as you want. You just can't save it and go back to the song, is what I believe it is. So you could buy FL Studio or find other ways to get FL Studio. Let's get into the first and foremost step. This is the most important step in making music, is stealing the beats off YouTube. So here's what you want to do. You find a beat on YouTube, right? You copy that link right there, and then you go to this website right here, y2mate.nu/whatever. All right, just look up YouTube to MP3. This should pop up. Use this. Other ones, they seem a little scammy. Alright, so whenever you have this video downloaded here, it does take a second to download. Just give it some time. Patience is the greatest virtue. You hit download and you'll notice, why is that tab open? Just close that. Doesn't matter. Never given me any issues or Trojans, anything of the sort there. And then what you want to do is you just click that download, or just go to your file and find it, left click on the mouse and drag it into FL Studio, and you're good to go. You're ready to spit. Almost. After a few more essential steps I'm going to show you guys today. So you have the beat on FL Studio, right? As I said, this pen here pretty much is used for dragging this shit around. You can delete it if you want to. Little bonus point right here. If you go to edit after you do something you don't mean to do, you can just hit undo, playlist, delete clip, or just do Control Z. But alright, so once you have your song in FL Studio here, what you want to do is you want to add an audio track so you can go ahead and record on the beat. So what you want to do is you want to go to this plus sign, and you could just hit add audio track, or you could also just right click with your mouse right on this plus sign here, and as you'll see, this audio track will pop up for you right here. You could do it multiple times. Create a few audio tracks for the background layers, for ad-libs, whenever you feel like spitting on the beat. So once you have that, you have the main base for creating your music on FL Studio. Okay, so now that I've covered this, let's move on to a couple other of these tools here. I mean, I've never really found any of these too important. This one you can go and mute, but you could also just hit this button right here and it mutes it anyway. This, I guess that's for deleting, but as I said, you could also just have your pen here, right click, and then delete it. So pretty not important. I'd say the only ones that I really ever use are this pointer here, this little slice button, as you can see right here. If you can go anywhere in the song, left click, drag up, and then you can slice the song, and then you have multiple little sections of the beat here. Next, we have this little grid right here. What that is for is if you have multiple tracks on FL, you can left click, drag, and then you can select multiple things and then drag them around, copy them, do whatever you want to do with them. Next, and the last one I'm going to cover here, is this little magnifying glass. This is useful if you're really wanting to get, like, if you want to get down and dirty with your song, you can do that. This is gonna zoom in all the way to, I believe it's just these bars right here, unless I'm mistaken. Never mind. All it does is make it massive. What is the point of that? I don't know. All you really need to use is the pointer, the slice, and the grid thing. This is why we're going over. There's a whole bunch of bullshit in FL Studio. That's why I'm here today, to give you the raw, somewhat edited beginner steps. All right. So you have your song. You know what the tools do. You're ready to go ahead and record on your song. So here's how you do it. For starters, you want to go to options. You want to go to your audio settings, And then for this right here, all you really have to worry about is just make sure it's set to FL Studio ASIO. That's how it is for me, at least. That should be the same for you. So once you have your beat, once you have this all set up, you have your audio tracks here. You want to go ahead and click this little arrow that's pointing into the parentheses. You want to click that, hit in1, in1. Whoa. Next step. You want to hit that. So whenever you turn that on, there will be mic monitoring. I don't like mic monitoring when I'm recording. It kind of throws me off. I don't like hearing my voice when I'm recording a song. So I turn that off. You just go ahead and do monitor external input off. If you want to have it on, just hit on. And then when you're recording, what these are here are just the settings for what you want to have recorded. Forget about everything else. Just do external input only, and you're good. And then lastly, once you see this red dot here, that's how you know that you're going to be recording on this specific track right here. If you have multiple on, then whenever you record, it will record for everything. Except I didn't have these set up, but you get the gist. So once you are ready to record, of course you need effects on your voice. It's Goody Casanova family. It's Future 7 UK3 here. I was editing the video and realized I did not show you guys how to open that menu, so I'm here to show you guys how to do that. What you want to do is you just go ahead and double click on the insert or audio clip that you are recording on and want to put effects for. You just go ahead and double click on that on the little menu here, and you can open what I was showing you guys. So as you can see here, we have our 3 tracks that I have set up to record on. And then this is how you're going to go ahead and set up some effects. What you want to do is go to slot 1, and then as you can see here, you have a multitude of different effects to choose from. You might think that's a shit ton of effects. How am I supposed to know what to use? I'll make a different video on the effects. So yeah, you just go to slot 1, and then you can choose from your effects here. I will make a different video on what effects are good and give you some preset advice on that. But that is how you go ahead and add those effects for your voice so you can sound wonderful when recording. And of course, if you want to lower the volume of your voice, you just hit this and you change that. If you want to lower your voice, or if you have like an ad-lib track and you want to not have it be so loud, you would just record for that, and then you're good to go. If you want to have your voice pan to the left or right, you would just take that circle, you would left click and then drag either up or down. So next up, whenever your song is done, and you want to add some effects to the overall song and make it sound beautiful and put together, what you want to do is you want to go to your master right here, that M track right there. It says master, and then here you are. This is going to add effects to the entire song, your voice, to the beat, to everything. So this is just like if you want to throw some reverb on there. Let's say you're making a remix, you're making some slowed in reverb, right? You would go here after you slow your song down and you would add some reverb, and it affects everything. And then you can mess with that a little bit. I have a video, I believe it's my Lung Skull preset video, where I go over my master preset. Pretty fire, check it out. Okay, next up, and last thing I'm going to show you guys today is how to take your clips. This could be your voice, it could be the beat, it could be anything. How to take them, copy it, and do different sorts of things with that. So let's say, for example, we just want to cut this first bar out here. Take that slice tool like I mentioned, and then cut the first bar, so the first 4 little notches right there. And we have a couple options with what we can do here. So, okay, so once you have this selected with your pointer right here, and you're ready to go ahead and click and drag, right? What you want to do is first hover over this, hit shift, and then left mouse click, and then drag. That's important. You have to do shift, and then the mouse click, and then you can drag. And let's say you want to throw it to the end of your song, have a little repeat there. You can do that. So then let's say you record something by mistake on your main track when you wanted to have it on your ad-lib track. What you could do is you left click first, hit control, and then you can drag down, and you literally can't move it to the side. It's just going to keep it right in place there to move it to a different track without having it lose its place. You don't have to rearrange it or do any of that. You're good to go. All right, you know what? I lied to you guys. I want to show you one more thing because I'm just giving out sauce for free here. I got too much to tell you guys. I'm going to make a part 2 to this video to go over some more things if you guys fuck with this one. Here's what you want to do, okay? You got this clip right here, and let's say you're throwing it at the end like I have it here. This is what you can do to make it come in just a little bit more smooth. You see whenever you hover over this, a couple of little triangles pop up in the corner here, and what you can do with these triangles is if you left click and then drag them. So what you can do when you do that is it just essentially goes from quiet to loud, and then whenever you throw it at the end like I have it here, you can do this. Makes for kind of a smooth re-entry. Hey, huh? Kind of lubes it up a little bit. So you can do that with vocals too. If you have a vocal clip here, I'll give you guys an example. Like, you have your audio clip, right? And then you can either drag it so it goes out smooth, or it comes in smooth. That is what she said. And as you can hear, kind of comes in quiet and then gets a bit louder as we go on, which can be used for a multitude of things. I like to do it whenever I'm throwing something on the end of my song. Maybe I'll slow it down a little bit, and then I'll do that little gradual increase in volume so it kind of flows with the song a little bit better. But yeah, that is everything I wanted to show you guys today. I'm going to make a part 2 if you guys fuck with this video. Like I said, I just wanted to go over some of the beta. One more crucial step in becoming the most goated underground rapper is going to google.com and then going to soundcloud.com. Oh, you know, hold on, let me get out of the way here so you guys can be put onto the real sauce. As you can see here, we have soundcloud.com open. You just want to go to 7UK3 on SoundCloud, and you want to run up all these motherfucking songs. All right, you want to go to popular tracks, you want to go to latest tracks, you want to do all that, run up every single one, drop a follow, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below, or the comments on the songs. Either way, just tap in. As I said, part 2 coming to the FL series soon. Just want to give you guys some beginner tips and some sauce on how to get started and get past the eternal hell that is FL Studio. Anyway, bless up. Thank you guys for watching this one. It has been 7UK3. It has been a serious pleasure. I'll see you guys next time.